Hello and welcome to winter. It's the coldest time of the year, so what better time to hold a car race in Melbourne in July, in conditions that make you want to butt your head against the Colonel. The latest round of the Shannon Speed Series splashed its way to the home of horsepower on the weekend, and yeah, it was wet and cold. GT World Challenge Australia saw expensive cars get damaged in difficult conditions, time and time again. Ferrari won Saturday's race, but an epic battle unfolded in Sunday's wet one, with the Aston Martin barely holding out Brad Schumacher's Audi in a classic finish. In monochrome GT4, less expensive cars had less expensive accidents. I mean, who doesn't want to throw BMWs or McLarens off the road at high speed? Ford were the big winners, though, with perennial grassroots racer Jake Camilleri taking a win on debut in his new Mustang. The Trans Ams came to play at Sandown too. It wasn't pretty, but boy, it was fun to watch. The marshals even got some souvenirs. You see, rear-wheel drive V8s and wet weather are a recipe for these things. There was also a bit of grass-cutting action as well, but in the end, Supercars star James Golding was the winner of the round. Radical Cup saw lots of spins, and I mean lots. These guys simply couldn't keep their cars pointing in the right direction, and just when they were about to not spin, they spun again. Mason Harvey spun the least though, and made sure his helmet hair was in the right places for the post-race interview. And the Aussie Racing Cars put on a hell of a show. Again, plenty of awkward moments, but how's the form of the TV director who placed a camera on a fledgling team owner who now gets to watch himself be upset when his car gets spun out of the lead? Okay, now time for some big boy racing, and F1 went to Spa-4, you guessed it, a wet one. Aussie Oscar Piastri was in fine touch, taking the win over Lando Norris in what was Oscar's 6th win of the season. And in typical style, he celebrated with a wry smile. NASCAR now and the good old boys visited a track better known for a different American race, Indianapolis. Different kind of race, familiar NASCAR antics. Tyres were a talking point, proving that discounted ones aren't always the best. They wrecked a bunch of times, but in the end, Bubba Wallace booked himself a playoff ticket with his first win and burnout of the 25 season. And you know, when we show you a clip from Xfinity, it's going to be good. The 21 wasn't happy with the bump from the 19, so payback was due, and the fence was the benefactor. Another classic track in the States now, Laguna Seca, for the latest IndyCar round. No, it's not World Rally, maybe it was a smash-up derby? And this isn't the ideal line into the corkscrew. Alex Palou was the winner, the fans got the best shots for the gram, and that's 8 wins in 2025 for the Spaniard. And the final round of Formula E was held in London at its half-stadium, half-car park street track. The drivers definitely don't mind smashing these cars up, and they do it frequently. Kiwi Nick Cassidy took the race win, and he got sprayed with more confetti than anyone needs. But the big celebrations were spared for Ollie Rowland, who claimed the Formula E title. And yep, you guessed it, more confetti. That's all from me. I'm back next week with more race cars and, hopefully, less wasted paper. I'm Richard Craill, the voice of Bob's Track Talk. You'll hear from me again next week.